I'm Jessel Noor. We're here at the Sanders headquarters, the night of the New Hampshire primary. Results are still coming in, but Sanders is up by a decent margin against Mayor Pete. And we're here with Nikhil Goyal. He's a sociologist and an organizer for the Sanders campaign and an education activist we've interviewed before on The Real News. The pundit class has said Bernie Sanders cannot beat Donald Trump. How do you respond to that?
Look, it is very clear that Bernie Sanders is the strongest candidate against Donald Trump because he will show and expose Donald Trump's lies and his betrayal of the working class. The message will be very crystal clear. Donald Trump wants to cut Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. Bernie Sanders wants to expand Social Security and guarantee Medicare for all. Donald Trump wants to send your kids off to endless wars. Bernie Sanders wants to send them off to college. Donald Trump fights for the billionaire class. Bernie Sanders fights for the working class. The contrast could not be more clear.
And we know Michael Bloomberg, who you're familiar with, we are familiar with, having spent years in New York. He's pouring hundreds of millions of dollars into this race to try to secure the nomination. He's essentially bought his way onto the debate stage in Nevada. How is Bernie going to respond? If you can tell us, if you can predict how Bernie is going to take him on that debate stage in Nevada.
I think we've already seen how Bernie is responding to Michael Bloomberg. He's calling him out for the fact that he's trying to buy his way, not simply to the debate stage, but buy this election. And if we are going to transform America, if we're going to guarantee a decent standard of living and economic security for all people, then we can't have another billionaire or so-called billionaire in the White House. We know Bloomberg's record. It is a record of an anti-worker record and an anti-black and brown record, all the way from his time as mayor of New York City. So I think the contrast will be very clear, and to show that Michael Bloomberg cannot be the nominee of this party. He is literally a former Republican, and we just saw very recently how he continuously defends the racist practice of stop and frisk, and a whole host of other practices that put him out of touch with the Democratic Party.
And stop and frisk is something he had to apologize again for today after new audio came out. But there's a long line of him defending these practices. Right. There was a constitutional lawsuit which he lost. So, people can interpret that how they will. Last question. So we know that pundits on TV are going to say, look, Bernie didn't win by the margin he did in 2016, but this is a very different race. There's more people in this race, right, and there's no super delegates. What's your response?
Yeah, I mean, this is there's numerous people in this race. It is incredible the performance Senator Sanders has had this evening, and we're hoping for victory. And the reality is that I think this campaign is going to out-organize anyone else on the ground, including Donald Trump, when we win that general election.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.